So good morning. Let us start the embedded systems DET 3102. Course outcomes are students will be able to select the relevant microcontroller for various industrial applications. Students will be able to use the embedded C programming language to maintain the embedded system. Students will be able to interpret the communication standards for embedded systems. Students will be able to develop the basic applications for embedded systems. Students will be able to interpret the features of real-time operating system. We have seen embedded system. What is embedded system? What are the blocks of the hardware of the embedded system? Vada pav. We have seen the vada pav as an embedded system. What is there in the vada pav? There is a bhaji inside, there is a cover outside, chutney is there, masala is also there, and pav is there, wrapped. So it is embedded inside. Okay, very good example of the embedded system by definition. It is having computer, it is not doing basically computation, but it is doing the controlling. Hardware, application software, RTOS, operating system is the minimum required blocks. It consists of power supply, processor, timer, serial exchange, ports, input output circuits, system service, specific circuits, etc. Types of the memories, RAM, ROM, internal registers are there in the embedded systems. Just in the open source software hardware we have seen what do you mean by RAM, what do you mean by ROM, what are the different types of the ROMs, isn't it? PROM is there, then UEPROM is there, EEPROM is there, flash memory is also there, isn't it? So programmable read-only memory, links are burned, and only single time IC can be used for storage of the memory, but UEPROM is there that requires UV light for erasing the older data, and you can reuse the same IC for the programming. Again you program it, if you want to erase it you can put it under the UV light, and again it can be erased within 1 or 2 hours or 3 hours, 4 hours, and again it can be used for, but this is again having the limitation 10 times, 20 times, 100 times, etc. So it takes the lot of time in erasing and again writing. In a pen drive you can directly erase within 1 minute and you can again write within 1 minute. It was not the case in olden days. It took the 4-5 hours to erase the IC and again rewrite the programming there. See how much tedious it was in the olden days. प्रोजेक्ट जर जुन्या दिवसात करायचा म्हटलं तर एकदा मुलांना इप्रॉम राईट करायला मुंबईला जायला लागायचं कधी कधी, आपल्या इथं इप्रॉम प्रोग्राम खराब झाला असेल तर. म्हणजे एकदा जाऊन प्रोग्राम राईट करून यायचा आणि तो चालतो का नाही बघायचा परत. आता तुम्ही फक्त क्लिक केला की प्रोग्राम राईट होतो, क्लिक केला की इरेज होतो. एका क्लिकने होतं, तेव्हा मुंबईला जायला लागायचं, आता एका क्लिकने होतं. बघा किती सोपं झालंय. त्यामुळे तुम्ही प्रोजेक्ट चांगला करा आवडीनं, इंटरेस्ट घेऊन. So you are very lucky that on single click you are doing the program, and your older friends, senior colleagues, they are going to Mumbai for writing one program into the IC. So imagine what the difference of the technology. Then electrically erasable programmable memory came, and then आपल्या लॅब मध्ये पण electrically erasable programmable memoryचं रायटिंग किट्स आहेत. तर ते IC टाकायचे आणि त्याला प्रोग्रामिंगला आपल्या डाउनलोड करायचं IC मध्ये, पण त्याला सुद्धा 2-4 मिनिटं जातात, 5 मिनिटं. पण फ्लॅश मेमरी आली म्हणजे कार्ड आलं आपलं पेन ड्राईव्हचं, तर ते लगेचच आपण लावलं की त्याच्यात मेमरीमध्ये सेव्ह करू शकतो किंवा इरेज पण करू शकतो किंवा ओव्हर राईट पण करू शकतो, रीराईट पण करू शकतो. देन देर इज अ रॅम, दॅट इज द, जसा रॉम आहे तसं रॅम पण आहे. रॅम इज द रॅन्डम ॲक्सेस मेमरी दॅट कॅन बी यूज फॉर व्हेरी फास्टर मेमरी, दॅट कॅन बी यूज फॉर टेम्पररी स्टोरेज. इट इज volatile memory because it is made up of the digital circuits like shift registers and flip-flops, and so whenever the light goes off or it is switched off, then flip-flop and shift register loses the data. Okay, so that is the case. So embedded system can be used in the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and it is used in the cars and medical devices and home appliances and interactive kiosks and many equipment. These are the examples. The types of the embedded system we have seen: real-time, standalone, network, the mobile, and we have seen the characteristics: small form factor, power efficient components, single use or single function, low cost, tightly constrained, regarding the size, regarding the performance, regarding the battery life, regarding the cost also, price, paise. Then reactive and real time is also there. Reactive time and real time. So whenever there is an input, it can react, but it can react within 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day. So there is no time. But in real time, it has to react. It has to do. It has to complete the work within the stipulated time. Stipulated time means within the targeted time, within the deadline. So that is reactive and real time systems. So many embedded systems continuously react, but most of the embedded systems are real time also. Most of the embedded systems are real time also. They compute the result, compute certain result in real time without any delay. Without any delay. Then characteristic of performing a specific task is there, only specific task. Then embedded system may be a part of main system. Suppose ATM machine is there, that is a part of the total banking server system, server network. Isn't it? It is a part of the system. It is one more characteristic. User interface. It is providing the user interface. Mobile आपल्याला टच स्क्रीन देतो user interface. User can select the programs, user can select the application, user can close the application, open the application, user can interact with the application to type the text messages. So there are input switches, input sensors, output displays, interactive displays, LCD displays, touch screens, user interface provided. Similarly, one machine is connected to other machine through the internet or networking. So they are interfacing with some communication protocols. Some communication protocols like UART, CAN, SPI, I2C, etc. Okay. So these communication protocols is for communicating. So this communicates and sends the data between embedded device, one embedded device to other embedded device, or one embedded device to the internet. Processors are there in the embedded device. We know embedded systems we are knowing. So processors may be microprocessor or microcontrollers. Both are possible. Both are possible. But normally what is used? Microcontroller, because it is dedicated. What are the selection factors? Either it may be 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, depending on bit, data bit. Depending on amount of RAM and ROM, different microcontroller will have different amount of RAM. Just we have seen the open source software hardware. Arduino board is there, and Arduino board Atmega 328 IC is there, where the RAM, this flash memory is 32 KB. 2 KB is a ROM and 1 KB is a RAM, isn't it? We have seen it. Then number of IO pins are there. So in case of again Arduino, we have seen 14 IO, digital IO are there, 6 analog inputs are there, 20 IO pins are there, isn't it? Then there is a speed, 16 megahertz for Arduino 328, 16 megahertz speed we have seen. So number of bits, number of RAM, ROM, IO pins, speeds, packaging, which type of packaging, what is the cost, what is the performance, on the features, additional features may be there, ADC, DAC and some other timers, counters, etc. What is the size of the microcontroller and board? There are ready-made boards. Arduino board is there, Raspberry Pi board is there, Banana Pi board is there, Intel Galileo is there, BeagleBone is there, BeagleBone, BeagleBone nahi, BeagleBone, BeagleBone is there. So there are different embedded boards available from their simple to advanced level according to the application of need of complexity. You can select. They are possible to use the board and reduce the development time. So if you use the board, you reduce the development time. You do not have to fabricate the board. You do not have to take the microcontroller, connect it on the, solder it on the PCB and all that. You do not have to manufacture this, develop the PCB and all. All the board, complete board is ready-made. And if the program's complexity are there, accordingly you can select either Arduino board or Raspberry Pi or Banana Pi or Intel Galileo or BeagleBone. According to your requirement you can select, according to your complexity you can select. Then other characteristics are power consumption, flexibility, because the embedded systems are most of the time standalone and mobile type of the embedded systems, and they require the power supply batteries, and then power consumption becomes very critical or crucial issue. Then flexibility must be there in the software and hardware that we have seen. Then processor power should be there, powerful processor should be there, either it may be microcontroller or digital signal processor. In case of image processing or in case of speech processing, you require digital signal processors which are very powerful processors. Okay. So in case of processing power, we are considering not only the speed of the processing but also the complexity of the processing and ability and capabilities of the processing. So processor power is also important. Operating system is also important because operating system has to consider the amount of the constraints, tight constraints of memories, size, the time, the processing power, etc. All these things the operating system is considering, and then it is possible to operate within its constraints. Then performance is there, memory is there, size is there, reliability is there. These are also characteristics. The performance of the system is measured generally in the execution time, memory, ROM, flash memory or something firmware which is to be stored, size, memory system size to be provided. Reliability means how much guaranteed it is working. Safety, correctness, maintainability. Safety means it should not burn other circuits. If it is becoming faulty, it should not hamper the other circuits. Correctness, it should be tested. If it is tested, it should work correctly. Maintainability, if it is fails, it can be repaired very quickly or easily. That is maintainability. Advantages: easily customizable, low power consumption, low cost, enhanced performance. Disadvantage: high development efforts, large time for the market. We have seen the microcontrollers. This is a solitary chip microcomputer fabricated on single chip, solitary chip. Okay, solitary means single. It is known as an embedded controller. Various types are there: 4-bit, 8-bit, 16-bit, 34-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit, 128-bit, 256-bit. It is compressed the computer microcontroller, and it is having the memory and peripherals and processors, which is very important. It is used for control in various degree of controls it can do. Microcontroller consists of CPU. CPU is the brain of microcontroller is brain. CPU is microcontroller's brain. CPU is employed to fetch the data, decode the data, complete the task. CPU is connecting all the components of the microcontroller into single system. So CPU is organizing all the components are connecting. And instruction fetched by the program memory is decoded by the CPU. Microcontroller also consists of memory, Memory on the microcontroller chip work as similar as a microprocessor. Memory chip stores all the programs and the data. Microcontrollers are built in with certain amount of ROM or RAM, EEPROM, etc. Or flash memory for storage of program source codes. We have seen in detail. Now just to this previous lecture, open source software and hardware lecture number 7, we have seen the ROM and RAM details. You can go on the YouTube and you can again check for details of the RAM and ROM. Complete story I have told on the open source software hardware lecture number 7 regarding ROM and RAM. Okay. The microcontroller consists of input-output ports. I/O ports are basically employed in to the interface to drive different appliances such as printers, LCDs, LEDs, etc. Serial ports are there. These ports give the serial interfaces within the microcontroller and various other peripherals such as parallel ports. Similar to parallel ports, serial ports is there. Input-output ports are there. Also, serial ports and parallel ports are there. Now, microcontroller also contains the timers, counters. Timers of the microcontroller may be built in within one or more timers may be there, and timers and counters control all the counting and timing operations within the microcontroller. Timers are employed to count the external pulses. The main operation performed by the timers are pulse generator, pulse generation, clock functions, frequency measuring, modulations, making the oscillations. How it is working in each case we have discussed in the previous lecture. Okay. How it oscillates, how it generates the frequency. The microcontroller also consists of analog to digital circuit, digital to analog circuit. Because microcontroller has to interact with the outer world, and outer world sensors may be analog or digital. If the outer world or sensors are in analog form, microcontroller could not understand the analog signals, because microcontroller is a digital circuit. So microcontroller requires the analog signal to be converted into digital form. That's why analog to digital circuit is essential. So in measuring gadgets or in any other case, sensor parameter measuring, the analog to digital circuits are required. Similarly, the microcontroller giving the output, the external circuit may not understand the digital output. So digital is to be converted into analog. So microcontroller may have a digital to analog converter. Then analog signal may be given to the external system or external circuit, and then external circuit can work on that, on the basis of that voltage or in the response of that voltage given by the microcontroller. So ADC and DAC are required. Microcontroller also consists of special functioning blocks. Some special microcontrollers manufactured for special applications like space systems, robots, etc. This comprises of these special function blocks, and these special function blocks has additional ports so as to carry out some special operations. Microcontroller types are there, which are based on memory, which are based on architecture, which based on bits, instruction sets. We have seen in the bits, 8 bit is there, 16 bit is there, 32 bit is there. 8 bit example 30, 31, 1851, 16 bit example 1896. Microcontroller numbers are there. These are 32 bit is also there. Microcontroller types based on memory. As we know, there are different types of the memory. inside the microcontroller. Just now in the lecture number 7 of open source and software and hardware, 7th lecture of open source and software and hardware, in detail we have discussed about the different memories. You can go and check on the YouTube, lecture number 7, open source software hardware, OSSH lecture 7. The memory is maybe external memory or internal to the microprocessor. Okay. External memory of microcontroller. When an embedded structure is built with a microcontroller which does not comprise of all the functioning blocks. When the embedded structure is built with the microcontroller which does not comprise of all the functioning blocks existing on the chip. Chip वर सगळे blocks नाही आहेत. It is named as external memory microcontroller. If limited blocks are there on the chip and all the blocks are not there, then in that case the type of microcontroller is called as external memory microcontroller. Okay. So as we have seen, 328 is having SRAM also, ROM also, RAM also. But some microcontroller may not have SRAM, some microcontroller may not have this flash memory. So these are the cases. So those microcontrollers are external memory microcontrollers. For example, 8031 microcontroller does not have program memory on the chip. So you have to connect external program memory to the microcontroller. Okay. Embedded memory microcontroller. External memory एक टाइप झाला. दुसरा काय असेल? एम्बेडेड मेमरी मायक्रोकंट्रोलर. ज्याच्यामध्ये मेमरी एम्बेडेड असते, एम्बेड केलेली असते सेम आयसी मध्ये. When the embedded structure is built with a microcontroller which consists of all the functioning blocks existing on a chip, it is named as embedded memory microcontroller. Okay. Embedded memory microcontroller. For example, 8051 microcontroller has all programs and data memory. All program and data memory. Counters, timers, interrupts, IO ports. Therefore, it is embedded memory microcontroller. 8051, which we are using now for programming. तुम्हाला एम्बेडेड सिस्टीम साठी 100 रुपीजला 8051 किट येतो, 100 रुपयात. तो किट घ्यायचा आहे म्हणजे तुम्हाला तुमचं प्रोग्रामिंग करता येईल. परत नेटवर्कचा एरर आला रे. नेटवर्क गेला का? नेटवर्क एरर दाखवतो आहे. येईल का लगेच? स्टॉप करू रेकॉर्डिंग तोपर्यंत. Okay, there was network issue. This is our telecommunication. We are giving so good technology, but sometimes this type of the errors comes. See, 24 hours we are giving technology, we are giving the connectivity. A fraction of seconds it loses sometimes. No problem, no issue. In next generations, this also may be taken care. In older generations of the network connectivity, you may be very small going into the schools. We, our students, and we just fights for the or struggles for the connectivity. We are used to have the kbps 50, 56, 64 kbps lines and connectivity. So once the address is typed and entered, for Google portal to come, it took the 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. It used to take. Now at click, every website appears in front of us, isn't it? अरे बा, परत गेलं की ह्यांना काहीतरी स्टोरी सांगेपर्यंत नेटवर्क लॉस. So sorry, it was again network disturbance. What I was telling was in olden days we used to have the only kbps lines. Now it is very better and we are getting the connectivity, very good connectivity as compared to previous days. जर तशी कनेक्टिव्हिटी आता असती तर ऑनलाईन क्लासेस शक्यच झाले नसते आपल्याला. आणि आपल्याला लॉकडाऊन मध्ये आपल्या ह्याच्यामध्ये पॅन्डेमिक मध्ये आपल्याला पूर्ण लूज करायला लागलं असतं सगळं लर्निंग टीचिंग. सो लेट अस कंटिन्यू. So example 8051 microcontroller has all the program data memory counters, timers, interrupts, IO ports, and therefore it is embedded memory controller. Embedded memory, external memory microcontroller and embedded memory microcontroller. These are the two types, and these two types are based on whether the memory and the other peripherals are there within the same chip or chip is having limited resources and we have to connect the resources externally. Based on this, there are two types: external memory microcontroller and embedded memory microcontroller. External and internal nahi, external memory microcontroller and embedded memory microcontroller. मग तुम्हाला क्वेश्चन येऊ शकतो बरोबर ना, ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह टाइप. What are the two types of the microcontroller types based on memory? Number one, external memory microcontroller and internal memory microcontroller. Number two, embedded memory microcontroller and external memory microcontroller. Number three, internal memory microcontroller and embedded micro, and none of these. आता ह्यातलं एकच बरोबर आहे, एक्सटर्नल आणि एम्बेडेड. इंटरनल एम्बेडेड चुकलं, इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल चुकलं. So like that. Then microcontroller types based on instruction set. So previously was based on memory and this is based on instruction set. Based on instruction set, microcontroller has two types. One is RISC and one is CISC. CISC and RISC. Complex instruction set computer and reduced instruction set computers. Simple name itself suggests ज्याचे इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट कॉम्प्लेक्स तो कॉम्प्लेक्स इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट मायक्रोकंट्रोलर. ज्याचे इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट रेड्युस्ड, कॉम्प्लेक्स नसतात, रेड्यूस केलेले असतात, तो रेड्युस्ड इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट कॉम्प्युटर. प्रत्येकाचे ॲडव्हान्टेज डिसॲडव्हान्टेज असतात. कॉम्प्लेक्स इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट कॉम्प्युटर इट इज कॉल्ड CISC. reduced instruction set computers it is called RISC. इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट म्हणजे माहिती आहे तुम्हाला, नेमोनिक्स इंस्ट्रक्शन सेट, isn't it? नेमोनिक्स म्हणजे मूव असतो, जंप असतो वगैरे असतात ना मशीन लँग्वेज, मशीन लेवल लँग्वेज मध्ये, कोड, हेक्स कोड मध्ये, त्याला म्हणतात इन्स्ट्रक्शन सेट. तर ते इन्स्ट्रक्शन सेट कॉम्प्लेक्स असेल तर तो कॉम्प्लेक्स इन्स्ट्रक्शन सेट कॉम्प्युटर झाला. ज्याचा इन्स्ट्रक्शन सेट रेड्युस्ड असेल, कमी असतील इन्स्ट्रक्शन्स, त्याला रेड्युस्ड इन्स्ट्रक्शन सेट कॉम्प्युटर्स म्हणतात. सो CISC allows the user to apply one instruction as an alternative to many simple instructions. कॉम्प्लेक्स का होतो तो, तर सिंपल इन्स्ट्रक्शन लिहिलेले असतात 10, 12, 5, 25, त्या सगळ्या इन्स्ट्रक्शन मिळून एकच काहीतरी इन्स्ट्रक्शन बनवली असते कॉम्प्लेक्स. ते एक कॉम्प्लेक्स इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिली की त्या सगळ्या इन्स्ट्रक्शन ॲट ए टाइम एक्झिक्यूट होतात. सो इट बिकम्स कॉम्प्लेक्स इन्स्ट्रक्शन सेट कॉम्प्युटर. सिंगल इन्स्ट्रक्शन मध्ये मोठा प्रोग्राम एक्झिक्यूट होतो. इट इज कॉल्ड complex instruction set, and the computer which uses this, that controller is called complex instruction set computer or CISC. CISC allows the user to apply one instruction as an alternative to many simple instructions. Reduce the instruction computer, reduce the instruction set computer reduces the operation time by shortening the clock cycle per instruction. Okay. RISC reduces the operating system by shortening the clock cycle per instruction. Okay. Clock cycle per instruction. Okay. Reduce the instruction set computer RISC reduces the operation time by shortening the clock cycle per instruction. Okay. It reduces the operation time by shortening clock cycles per instruction. Microcontroller types depending on memory architecture. Depending on instruction set is a RISC and CISC and RISC, but depending on memory architecture of memory, it may be Harvard or Princeton memory architecture. Harvard memory architecture okay, it may be hardware memory architecture microcontroller, or it may be Princeton memory architecture. It may be Princeton memory architecture. This Princeton memory architecture is also known as von Neumann architecture. Von Neumann has introduced this von Neumann architecture. Harvard memory architecture and Princeton or von Neumann architecture. What is the difference? In hardware memory architecture, this microcontroller is there, or computer CPU, in which the processor and memory interfaces are there, and memory is there for program or source code storage as well as data storage. The memory is for storing the source code, or memory is for storing the data. Both data is stored and source code is stored. Now, in hardware memory architecture microcontroller, memory interfaces are different for program memory and data memory. प्रोग्राम मेमरी साठी वेगळा मेमरी इंटरफेस आहे and डेटा मेमरी साठी वेगळा इंटरफेस आहे. It is different for both program memory and data memory. Harvard मध्ये, in Princeton or von Neumann मध्ये architecture microcontroller, the memory interfaces are same for program as well as data. Program असो किंवा डेटा मेमरी सेम ह्याच्यात असणार मेमरी मध्ये आणि इंटरफेस सेम असणार. ओके. हार्वर्ड मध्ये काय होतं, दोन वेगळ्या मेमरी असल्यामुळे पॅरलली त्या चालू शकतात. वॉन न्यूमन मध्ये एकतर प्रोग्राम फेच करायला लागेल किंवा डेटा फेच करायला लागेल. एकाच मेमरी मध्ये एकाच इंटरफेसने कनेक्टेड आहे. So this is difference, and these are the two types of the microcontrollers. What are the microcontroller types based on the memory architecture? Based on memory architecture, there are two types. One is Harvard memory architecture microcontroller. One is Princeton or von Neumann memory architecture of the microcontroller. In Harvard memory architecture, memory interfaces are different for program memory and data memory. In Princeton memory architecture or von Neumann, the memory interfaces are same for program memory and data memory. Okay. So these are the different types which are based on number of bits, type of memory architectures. Okay. Then depending on the instruction sets, whether it is reduced or complex. isn't it? These all are types of microcontrollers based on these features. We can say features. Now let us turn to 8051 microcontroller. This you have studied in a previous semester, isn't it? In previous semester you have studied this 8051 microcontroller. 8051 microcontroller. 8051 microcontroller is the most universally employed set of microcontrollers. Most universally employed set of microcontrollers and come from 8051 family. It is come from 8051 family. 8051 controllers persist to be an ideal choice for a huge group of hobbyists and experts. Famous आहे. Lot of people use this 8051 microcontroller. It is an ideal choice for the huge group, hobbyists, experts, students, projects, etc. The course of 8051, the humankind become eyewitness to the most of groundbreaking set of microcontrollers. 8051 जेव्हा आला त्याच्यानंतर त्याच्यामुळे आणि त्याच्यानंतर इट इज द ग्राउंड ब्रेकिंग. 8051 इज द ग्राउंड ब्रेकिंग. त्याच्यामुळे मग नंतर खूप चांगल्या चांगल्या मायक्रोकंट्रोलर्स आले. But initially 8051 was there. 8051 microcontroller family types. अच्छा, family types जे आहेत 8051, two other members are there in this 8051 family. What are those? 8052 and 8031. 8031 and 8052 हे असून दोन family members आहेत. So in 8052 the microcontroller has 3 timers, 256 bytes of RAM. Additionally it has all features of traditional 8051. सर्व फीचर्स आहेत. टायमर आहे, काउंटर आहे, ओके, आयओ पोर्ट्स आहेत अकॉर्डिंगली, whatever registers etc. internal. And 80 microcontroller is a subset of 8052 microcontroller. म्हणजे 8052 चा सबसेट आहे 8051. म्हणजे 8052 is advanced than 8051. म्हणजे 805 चे सगळे फीचर्स त्याच्यात आहेतच 8052 मध्ये. ॲडिशनली इट हॅज 3 टायमर्स अँड 256 बाईट ऑफ रॅम. These are the additional. All the features of 8051 are there. Features of 8051. So 8031, this is the microcontroller, is ROM less. It is not having ROM. (8031) is not having ROM. Other than that, it has all the features of traditional 8051 microcontroller. 80 microcontroller 8051 microcontroller चे सर्व फीचर्स 8031 मध्ये आहेत. फक्त त्याच्यात रॉम मात्र नाही आहे. सो 8051 हा ॲडव्हान्स्ड आहे 8031 पेक्षा, कारण त्यात ॲडिशनल रॉम पण आहे. आणि 8051 पेक्षा ॲडव्हान्स आहेत, कारण त्याच्यामध्ये 3 टायमर्स आणि 256 बाईट रॅम ॲडिशनल आहेत. ॲडेड ऑन द चिप. फॉर एक्झिक्युशन द external ROM of size 64 byte can be added to the chip. External ROM of 64 byte. तसं एक्सटर्नल रॅम ह्याच्यावर रॉम असते 8051 वर 8052 वर, पण तरी 64 KB किलोबाईटची रॉम आपल्याला ऍड करता येते त्यांना सुद्धा. तसं 8031 ला पण करता येते. ओके. अरे तुम्ही ते चार्जिंग लावायला पाहिजे होतं, सगळं लावले का? फोन लावला का चार्जिंग? हे चार्जिंग. सो दिस इज अबाउट द 8051 microcontroller. 8051 microcontroller architecture. 8051 microcontroller architecture. Let us check. काय काय असतं 8051 मध्ये? 8051 मायक्रोकंट्रोलरच्या आर्किटेक्चर मध्ये काय काय असतं? सो 8051 microcontroller is, let us zoom it. 8051 microcontroller architecture. 80 microcontroller is 8-bit microcontroller. It is 8-bit microcontroller. Okay, 8051 is 8-bit. So its registers are 8-bit. R1, R2, R2. Total pins are 40 for 8051. 40 pin DIP. DIP म्हणजे ड्युअल इन लाईन पॅकेज. DIP म्हणजे असा मायक्रोकंट्रोलर असेल तर त्याला ड्युअल इन लाईन, एका लाईन मध्ये असे पिन्स असतात आणि ते ड्युअल असतात दोन साईडला. सो असे 40 म्हणजे 20 इकडे असतात आणि 20 इकडे असतात. ओके. So this is the package type, package, dual inline package. So this is dual inline package. Four kilobyte of ROM is there. ROM is 4 kilobyte. And it is on chip programmable space. On chip programmable space म्हणजे काय? तर आयसी मध्ये 4 किलोबाईट रॉम ची स्पेस सोडलेली असते. आयसी मध्ये ही स्पेस म्हणजे इंटरनलीच 4 किलोबाईट रॉम असते. अँड 128 बाईट ऑफ रॅम, त्याच्यात 128 बाईट रॅम सुद्धा असते. स्पेस विच इज इनबिल्ट, ही सुद्धा इनबिल्टच असते. 128 बाईट ऑफ रॅम स्पेस इज ऑल्सो इनबिल्ट. So two types of the memory, 4 kilobyte ROM and 128 byte RAM. These are the memories, both are inbuilt. Okay. Then 64 KB of external memory is there. 64 KB of external memory. External memory can be interfaced with the microcontroller. External memory can be interfaced with microcontroller. External memory can be interfaced with the microcontroller. (64 KB). So just now we have seen 8031 is not having the ROM on the chip. So what we have to do? We have to externally interface 64 KB memory. So that time I have told you that 8051 also can be used to have the external 64 KB if required. There is internal 4 KB. If it is sufficient, it is okay. Otherwise, external 64 KB external memory can also be interfaced with this microcontroller. So 8051, 8052, it is possible to interface 64 KB external memory, but for 8031, compulsorily external 64 KB can be used. Internal ROM is not there, isn't it? Internal ROM is not there. So 64 KB external memory can be interfaced with the microcontroller 8051. Then 4 parallel 8 bits ports are there. There are 4 parallel 8 bit ports. 8 bitचा एक पोर्ट असतो, तसे 4 पोर्ट आहेत. 8 bit ports are there, 4 total ports. 8 bit parallel port is there. So similar 8 bit parallel port, 3 more are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parallel 8 bit ports are there, and those ports can be programmable as well as addressable. Programmable as well as addressable. That means those ports can be used for input, can be used for output, can be used for some other purposes. Okay, that can be used as the address. If you are interfacing 64 KB of the external memory, those ports can be used as the address. 64 KB ला address पाहिजे ना तेवढा. किती बिट्सचा address ला आहे 64 KB ला? Calculate. It's very easy. 2 raised to n equal to 64. What is n? Number of bits, address bits. So it can be programmed. It can be used for serial input output. It can be used for parallel input output. It can be used for input output. It can be used for interrupt. It can be used for counters and timer triggers. It can be programmed and it can be addressable. Addressable पण आहेत, address करू शकतात. 64 KB external memory असेल तर त्याला address म्हणतो आपण. What is the clock crystal? 12 megahertz. Chip on chip crystal oscillator is integrated in the microcontroller. 12 megahertz on chip crystal oscillator is integrated on the microcontroller. In case of Arduino, in case of open source software and hardware on Arduino board, 16 megahertz crystal clock is there. Here 12 megahertz crystal clock is there. There are 2 pins, serial input and serial output port having 2 pins. Same as the Arduino board. Arduino board ला पण 2 पिन आहेत. Serial input ला एक आहे, serial output ला. इथं सुद्धा serial input ला एक आहे, serial output ला आहे. 2 pins are there for serial input and serial output port. Very same. Then 2 timers of 16 bits are there. 2 timers of 16 bits. 16 bits चे 2 timer आहेत आणि 8052 ला काय 3 timer additional आहेत. Total 5 timers आहेत. 2 timers of 16 bits. These timers can be employed as a timer for internal functioning. These timer can be employed as a timer for internal functioning. Internal functioning साठी टायमर म्हणून वापरता येईल किंवा एक्सटर्नल फंक्शनिंग साठी पण वापरता येईल. You can use it for internal functioning or you can use it for external functioning. Either you can use it for internal functioning or you can use it for external functioning. Okay. You can use it for external functioning or you can use it for internal functioning as well as external functioning. There are interrupts. 5 interrupt sources are there. There are 5 interrupt sources. They are named as serial port interrupt, timer interrupt, external interrupt, external interrupt 0, timer interrupt 0 and external interrupt 1. 5 interrupts are there, interrupt sources. Serial port interrupt आहे, timer interrupt 1 आहे, timer interrupt 0 आहे, isn't it? Timer interrupt 0 आहे, external interrupt 0 आहे आणि external interrupt 1 पण आहे. एक्सटर्नल 1, एक्सटर्नल 0, टायमर 1, टायमर 0 आणि सिरियल पोर्ट इंटरप्ट पण आहे. सिरियल पोर्टचा इंटरप्ट पण आहे. सो दीज आर द 5 इंटरप्ट्स. इंटरप्ट तुम्हाला माहिती आहे ना, इंटरप्ट. टायमर माहिती आहे ना, टायमर हॅव वी डिस्कस. यू मस्ट हॅव स्टडीड इट इन द सेमिस्टर 4 मायक्रो कंट्रोलर. इंटरप्ट सुद्धा तुम्ही शिकला असाल. टायमर म्हणजे काय असतो, तुम्ही एखादा टाइम त्याच्यामध्ये काउंट करू शकता किंवा काउंटर लोड करू शकता आणि प्रत्येक इव्हेंट सोबत, एक इव्हेंट झाला, 2 इव्हेंट झाले, म्हणजे एकदा डोअर ओपन झालं, दुसऱ्यांदा झालं, तिसऱ्यांदा एक पर्सन आत आला, दुसरा आला, तिसरा आला, किंवा एक कॅन किंवा एक बाटली, याची औषधाची बाटली, मेडिसिन बॉटल एक प्रोड्यूस झाली, दुसरी प्रोड्यूस झाली कन्व्हेअर बेल्टवरून, किंवा कोल्ड्रिंकची बॉटल एक गेली, दुसरी गेली, तिसरी गेली, बॉक्स, मटेरियल बॉक्स एक गेला, दुसरा गेला, काउंट करेल. सो टायमर can be used for delay also. Some time is loaded and according to the clock pulse the timer will increment or decrement and accordingly the function can be achieved. टायमर असतो, काउंटर आणि टायमर म्हणून वापरता येतो. आणि इंटरप्ट म्हणजे जेव्हा whenever the microcontroller is executing the program, any program it is executing, and a particular activity demands its attention of the microcontroller, demands the attention of the microcontroller in between the program running. One programming is running and some circuit demands the attention. Attention means the microcontroller will attend that particular circuit. Emergency attention. Then that circuit object can raise the interrupt and the main program will be interrupted, stopped in between. That is called interrupt. What is interrupt? Interrupt is the activity, the trigger pulse given to the circuit either in the hardware form or in the software form such that the main program will be stopped there only. The main program is stopped and microcontroller or microprocessor or whatever the processor, it pays attention to the object which is interrupting, and if required the microcontroller will attend that object or program or the circuit and serve that program or circuit or object. And once that service routine, interrupt service routine is completed, then again it can resume the original program. Original program कडे परत येईल तो. It will resume the original program. You understood? मेन प्रोग्राम असतो चालू मायक्रोकंट्रोलरचा, जो काय असेल तो. इंटरप्ट आला तर तो थांबतो मेन प्रोग्राम आणि इंटरप्ट सर्व्हिस रुटीनचा प्रोग्राम एक्झिक्यूट करतो आणि परत तो संपला की मग मेन प्रोग्रामला परत रिझ्यूम करतो. तोपर्यंत मेन प्रोग्रामचा सगळा डेटा आणि त्याचा एक्झिक्युशन स्टॅटस तो स्टोअर करून ठेवतो कुठंतरी, आणि मग इंटरप्ट रुटीन एक्झिक्यूट झाला, संपला की मग परत येतो आणि मेन प्रोग्रामचा एक्झिक्युशन तो सुरू करतो. This is called interrupt. Okay, it is called interrupt. अर्थात इंटरप्ट जो मेन प्रोग्रामला मध्ये कुठेही इंटरप्ट करू शकत असला तरी तो प्रत्येक वेळी करेल असं नाही. आपण त्याला प्रोग्राम करू शकतो आपल्याला पाहिजे तसं. इंटरप्ट हा हाय प्रायोरिटी इंटरप्ट असू शकतो किंवा लो प्रायोरिटी पण असू शकतो. मेन प्रोग्राम जर हाय प्रायोरिटी असेल आणि इंटरप्टनी इंटरप्ट केला तरी तो लगेच थांबत नाही. तो त्या इंटरप्टला लक्षात ठेवतो, कुठेतरी मेमरीमध्ये ठेवून देतो आणि मेन प्रोग्राम संपल्यानंतर मग तो त्या इंटरप्टचा रुटीन एक्झिक्यूट करतो, लो प्रायोरिटी असेल तर. आणि हाय प्रायोरिटी असेल तर इमर्जन्सी, हाय इमर्जन्सी असेल तर मात्र मेन प्रोग्राम थांबवतो, मग इंटरप्टच्या रुटीनला एक्झिक्यूट करतो, सर्व्हिस रुटीनला. मग इंटरप्टचं सर्व्हिस रुटीन एक्झिक्यूट झाल्याच्या नंतर इंटरप्टचा आउटपुट देतो तो काय असेल तो, आणि तो इंटरप्टचं सर्व काम संपल्याच्या नंतर इंटरप्ट सर्व्हिस रुटीन आणि इंटरप्ट आता त्यांचा जे इंटरप्ट रेज झाला होता त्याचा पर्पज सर्व झाला त्याच्यानंतर तो मेन प्रोग्रामला परत येतो आणि मग मेन प्रोग्राम चालू करतो. असे दोन्ही प्रकार असतात. म्हणजे इंटरप्ट दिल्यानंतर तो घेईलच असंही नाही आणि इंटरप्ट दिल्यानंतर घेणार पण असं पण आहे. दोन्ही पॉसिबिलिटी आहेत. ओके, देन हे झालं टायमर्स आणि इंटरप्ट. द प्रोग्राम मोड्स प्रोग्रामिंगचे मोड आहेत. GPRs जनरल पर्पज रजिस्टर्स प्रोग्रामिंग मोड आहे. SFR स्पेशल फंक्शन रजिस्टर्सचे प्रोग्राम मोड आहेत. आणि SPRs स्पेशल पर्पज रजिस्टरच्या प्रोग्राम मोड आहेत. GPR, SFR आणि SPR प्रोग्रामच्या मोड्स आहेत त्याचे. GPR म्हणजे जनरल पर्पज रजिस्टर प्रोग्राम मोड, SFR म्हणजे स्पेशल फंक्शन रजिस्टर मोड प्रोग्राम मोड, आणि SPR म्हणजे स्पेशल पर्पज रजिस्टर ऑफ द प्रोग्राम मोड. ओके, सो these must have you have studied in the microcontroller. We'll again as per the references we can check it out. Okay, just like the these features, the 8051 microcontroller is we are using in our particular this syllabus, and this syllabus is having 8051 microcontroller for its use with the this software high level language, that is C programming. And previously in fourth semester you have used this same microcontroller with the assembly level language, ASM. You have used the Kill compiler, and the same compiler we will use now also, and but we will use the C editor and we will compile it using the C project. Okay, so those details we will check afterwards, and we have to again perform the similar way the practicals. As you are already aware of these practicals, it becomes very easy for me to again revise the things. I will revise all the things, how to install that, load that, create the project, run the project, write the of course the program writing is to be discussed from scratch, but other things, many things you are knowing, so it is not issue for me to consider those. Okay, again, so it will be very helpful to all of us to continue with this. But we are using now the higher level language, that is C programming. It is also very easy. Rather, it is easier than the assembly language programming. It is easier than assembly language programming. C programming is easier than the assembly language programming. Okay. So I think we have discussed the various types of the microcontroller. Then we have discussed the 8051 microcontroller architecture, details of the 8051. So I think today we can stop now and we will meet tomorrow. Should you have the afternoon sessions instead of morning? I think it is better to you. So let us have afternoon sessions only. Tomorrow we will have afternoon session, or even tomorrow is a Sunday. We can have the evening session also. Evening means after 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. So that you can have your lunch and you can have 1 or 2 hours break, and then you can continue with the lecture 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. ठीक आहे, 4 वाजता 5 वाजता आपण लेक्चर घेऊया. ठीक आहे ना. So let us do like that, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. And one more thing, आता मी रिपीट आज ह्याच्यासाठी केलं की हे लोक जॉईन झाले होते म्हणून आज. पण परत मी पाहतोय की तुम्ही रेग्युलर लोकच आता आहात काय, आणि रेग्युलर लोकच असल्यामुळं रिवाईज करून पण त्यांना काही उपयोग झालेला नाही. ठीक आहे, एनिवेज आपल्याला तरी रिवाईज झाल्यामुळे उपयोग झालेला आहे. पण जे लोक आज नवीन आले होते ते OSSS मध्येच निघून गेलेली दिसतात. त्यांना परत आज वॉर्निंग देऊन कामाला लावायलाच लागेल. ठीक आहे, विल स्टॉप हिअर. उद्या मात्र आपण मग उशिरा लेक्चर करूया, 4 वाजता किंवा 5 वाजता. टुमारो आय विल गिव्ह टाइम, ओके, अकॉर्डिंग टू सम कन्व्हिनियन्स, सो दॅट यू कॅन प्लीज अरेंज 1 hour here and there, either 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Okay, thank you. We'll disperse now. Thank you.